Save some height over bore for me, brah. Howdy, y'all, and welcome back. All right, we've all seen them, those like Unity tactical mounts. They're great big. They put your optic like up here, and they look kind of silly. And for years, the trend was to get your optic down closer to the bore of your weapon so that your distance between point of aim and point of impact, especially at CQB distances, is tighter. And there's a lot of like logic in that. It makes good sense. However, I was recently watching a clip of myself running this exact build, and y'all, I turtle down hard, like I'm all like, and I've really been working both with my pistol and rifle shooting to get more erect while I'm shooting, meaning maintaining a better posture, which would look something more like this, as opposed to this. It also costs you a bit of time as you're transitioning from one target to the next, and you come up, you present, and that time you take to get down into this, that's costing you time. So if you can figure out how to maintain a more erect posture while shooting, that's a good thing. So Primary Arms just released a riser. It's not radical. It's going to kick this thing up. Looks, just eyeballing it, it's about 1/4 of an inch, something like that. So here's a good look at it like this. We'll take it over to the table, flip this over to the new guy, and we'll see just an initial impression of what I think. Is it worth it? If it totally like isn't worth it or changes nothing, it was only $20, so not a big deal. But anyway, just again for kind of a before, without exaggerating, like that's pretty much my cheek weld. So it is definitely a cheek weld as opposed to a chin weld. And I'm not really trying to be like, I see guys, doing this kind of deal. Not trying to get to that. But also worth noting, the drawback to going higher with your optic is if you go into the prone, it's miserable. Like so just picture it or try it with your own weapon and see what I'm talking about. So I'm trying to find that kind of midline height. This is not a build that's really designed to be shot from the prone a whole lot. It's a home defense weapon. So the idea is to stay vertical while using it, one hopes. So we'll take it over the table, make the change, and see what we think. So here's the before. Here is the new riser block. It's going to sit in just like that. And like I said, just eyeballing it, looks to be about 1/4 of an inch, something like that. So it's not super crazy tall, just bringing it up a skosh. So I'm going to save you the watching me fumble through this. I've got a little bit of blue Loctite going on in here, so it may fight me a little bit. So let me get that done and we'll come right back. As predicted, it did fight me a little bit, but wasn't too bad. And just some tape measuring, not calipers or anything. The difference is about 3/8 of an inch. So this one is about 15/16, and this was like 9/16. So that's roughly your difference. Again, kind of stacking them that way. So it's a little over 1/4 of an inch, but not quite a 1/2 inch difference. All right, and so we've got it all mounted up. And just a note, for those of y'all familiar with the Cyclops, I flip the mount around backwards. I don't know, it just looks more correct that way to me. Doesn't really matter, it's just a visual thing. But anyway, let's get it up topside and we'll see what I think in actual practice. Well, dry practice. All right, so that wasn't too bad. Quick pro tip. Save the boxes to your optics. I'm not a box saver normally. Like I don't save the box to the television or the microwave or vacuum cleaners or whatever. Like I'm not one of those box hoardy kind of people. Save box to your optics. You never know when you're going to want to upgrade and maybe sell one. You'll get more for it if you've got the whole box. Also, if you need to send it back to the manufacturer for warranty or something, again, you've got the whole box. Plus, it gives you a handy place to keep all of the little bits and pieces to that particular system in the box. So keep your optics boxes, y'all. All right. So it looks a little goofy, but let's give it a try. And again, I'm going to try to fight the urge to break into my 1987 SWAT team turtle. All right. I fight it. It's bad. Okay, I may have been wrong. I take back all the mean and horrible things I said about people running tall mounts, because I get it. That's wild. It's, you know, it's not that big of a difference, and yet it's really noticeable. Like, wow, it's noticeable. Again, I will have to account for, I'm expecting a pretty big jump in, especially at like 7 to 10 yards. I'm expecting a big jump in my difference between point of aim and point of impact. It was already measured at like 7 yards. It was already like 2 3/4 inches or something. It was pretty significant. I expect that to have jumped quite a bit, but that really is. I like it. So sometimes you just got to try stuff to find out if it works or if it's dumb. And it works. So anyway, that's all I got for today. Listen, real quick update. I have found another shelter that I want to get behind on Patreon. They just got some significant damage. This is a shelter in Kyiv. It's been in operation since 1960. And I don't know if it was some ground fighting or what was going on, but all their windows got blown out and they have a big crater out in front of the place. I don't know if it was a bomb or what. I'm having trouble translating to find out exactly what happened, but they are definitely in duress and I'd like to get them some cash. So thank you again to everyone who supports this channel. Y'all are helping me, help them, and helping animals is always a good thing. So until next time, be easy, y'all.